my beautiful queens. Welcome to my channel. My name is Zena, and I am here to help you with your dating life, with spiritual growth, with personal growth, self-development, and just finding the love that you truly deserve. And if you don't find the love, or you don't want to find the love, then you'll find yourself, and that will be your true love. So it's a win-win situation. Welcome. I really appreciate you being here. And today's video is about how to make any guy you like commit to you. Listen, everything that I say in this channel is from experience. I do not talk about things that I haven't gone through. So that's why I think that you should listen and consider me a big sister, because I spent a lot of years completely lost, and now that I found myself and also found a true love, I really believe that I can help you to just find yourself or find your love just easier, and you don't have to go through all of the things that I went through. So let's get started. The first tip I would give you guys is never lead by fear and always lead by love. And what I mean by that is, if you listen to dating coaches nowadays, I actually did the opposite of what dating coaches say, and that's how I got my man. And when I used to listen to dating coaches, I used to not get anybody I like. So what I did this time is I ditched my ego. I completely forgot about my ego and forgot about who's on the pedestal and who's gonna think what about me. And that's what I mean, don't lead by fear. Basically, when we act a certain way that is not natural for us to act, we're acting because we are fearful. We are fearful that the person will look at us a certain way, we'll lose them, they'll lose interest or something. But if you truly think about it, if you don't care at all how they think of you, and you know your true self, you know your worth, you know your value, then why play games, or why even be fearful? So I'm gonna tell you what I did with my person when we started dating. He wasn't a phone person, so instead of leaning in towards my ego and say he has to text me and he has to call me and he has to do this or that, I led by example. I did exactly what I wanted to do. I texted him whenever I wanted, I called him whenever I wanted. But here's a very important point. I wasn't doing that from a desperate place. I wasn't doing that because I needed a response. I wasn't doing that to be needy or clingy or even felt needy or clingy. None of that. I did it purely out of confidence. Out of confidence that this will work out of confidence that he will see the true me, out of confidence that he will appreciate that I am totally myself and I don't care about who initiates the contact and who does what. And he found it very sexy, and he found it very attractive and a turn on that a woman has the courage to just pick up the phone and call, and she has the courage to send voice memo and just be herself. So yeah, lead by love, but lead by love when it's the true you, not the needy, clingy, desperate you. Get to know who you really are and then act from that place. If you don't know who you truly are, you have to spend some time doing that first and then getting your guy, right? The second one is make the guy you like the hero of your story, not the villain. I keep telling people all the time, don't listen to dating coaches or your friends, because your friends will be like, oh no, just treat him the way he treats you. Act as cold as he does. If he's not doing this and this and that, you deserve better. Yes, you do. But keep in mind, if you just started dating, he does not know what you deserve and what you're not. He doesn't know your worth. He doesn't know your value. That comes with time. He'll know that in time, but he's not going to know that right away and then just disregards everything he believes in to chase you. That just is not realistic, and so many women fall into that trap of, I need him to chase me. Based on what, sis? Based on what? Does he know how amazing you are, how good of a mother you're gonna be, how good of a wife you're gonna be? No. And just talking about it doesn't mean he knows. A lot of people talk, but actions are different. So you need time for him to know your worth. Before that time, You need to make him feel special. Men love being heroes, so you need to make him feel like one. Because you know what? If you guys are talking through a dating app, he's talking to 10 other women, and he's gonna stick with the one who makes him feel special and makes him feel like a hero. Because like Dr. Maya Angelou says, we never forget how people make us feel, or how we make people feel. People never forget that. So focus on how you make him feel. So in the beginning, lay back, don't talk about yourself, focus on him, his dreams, his ambitions, his life, his hobbies. That doesn't mean you don't share yours. You do when he's interested and when he asks you questions. And trust me, you're gonna say, okay, I'm doing all of that, but what am I getting in return? Let me tell you something, that if you're into the law of attraction or the law of assumption, or if you know anything about energy, you will know that we are mirrors. So we project outside everything that we have within us, and then it gets reflected back to us. So if you have only love and amazing things and amazing energy to give, if he's a healthy person, if he's not a narcissist, if he's a healthy person, and has a healthy personality, and he has no mental illnesses or mental issues, he will reflect that back to you in time. I promise. He will show you his best too, because all what you're doing is showing him that he's the hero of your story. So you're not gonna be anything less than that, but you gotta give him time, and you gotta just chill in the beginning and focus on what his needs are, not yours. Because I honestly think that if we want something, we have to lead by example. And if you ask yourself, why would I do all of these things? Why doesn't he think the same? Well, baby, we're not talking about him right now. We're talking about you, and you want him. So you better do the work. Let's go. And tip number 3 next. Tip number 3 is really, really simple, but it's very hard in practice for some people because it doesn't come naturally for them. And that is, be interesting. And I mean super, super, super interesting. Don't act interesting. Be interesting. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. You still could be interesting doing nothing, right? And we talk about that with my partner all the time, that when he saw that I am working so hard on myself, that just made him more attracted to me. And believe me, when he came into my life, I was the least social. I had absolutely no friend circles, and I was just minding my business, working from home, doing absolutely nothing but work and working out and eating healthy. But he found it attractive that I have always interesting things to share, interesting things to do, and I am somebody who is all about improvement every single day. I want to be better today than I was yesterday, and that was such a turn on for him. And it's a turn on for us too. We love interesting people who are not boring, who are always doing something new. And like I said, don't act interesting, be interesting. So you can read new books every 2 to 3 weeks. You can do new hobbies, but I don't want you to act like you're interesting and post empty content on social media just to show him, to show off that you're an interesting person. That's the opposite of what I'm trying to say. I want you to, as a person, never get stuck in your life in a situation. Change your looks constantly, change your thinking constantly. Always be eager to learn more stuff, learn about yourself, learn about the world. Be just multidimensional, and that will be so sexy for him. And again, don't do it out of ego. Don't do it just to show off. When I met my person, I hardly posted on social media. I think I posted twice within like 3-4 months. So I still was attractive to him, and he still wanted me instead of the other girls who were doing way more on social media and in their lives. But the quality is the most important thing, not the quantity. So focus on really being interesting for yourself first, and then he will see that and he will be head over heels. So those are my 3 tips, you guys. It is really not that complicated to make people drawn to you, and it's not that much about the looks. I believe that it's not about the looks, because I know from experience that there are women who are way more beautiful and who I see that they're really beautiful and I admire them, and they're still single. It's not about the looks, okay? So these are my tips for you guys. It helps me if you subscribe and share this video with people if you find it helpful. And I also want you to like this video and leave me comments where I can know more. What are your future preferences? What do you want to hear me talk about? Also, if you want one-on-one coaching, I'll leave my email, and that's where you can contact me and I can book a session with you. So I love you guys so much. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. That's it. I love you. Have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world. Mwah.